of safety, democratic participation, and accountability, from a fire outbreak in a senior high school to preparations for a major political demonstration, and concerns over crowd safety at one of the biggest entertainment events in the UK. We'll bring you all of this here on ABC in the morning. This is your morning briefing on Ghana and beyond. Now let me bring you the quote of the day to kickstart our day and the week. Today's quote of the day is by Maya Angelou, who says, "Do the best you can until you know better. Then when you know better, do better." Again, always do the best you can until you know better. When you know better, do better. And so every day is an opportunity for us to do better and better and better and better. We will not rest on our oars. We will not be complacent. We will determine that we will do better than we found ourselves. We'll do better for the day than we found the day, and make the world a better place than we met it. Thank you so much for joining us this morning here on ABC in the morning. There's a lot for you on the show. We'll bring you the newspaper headlines, where we'll look at what the newspapers are telling us. We'll bring you conversations that matter, and then I'll look forward to hearing from you today on the show, where you call me on 024-725-7224, 024-725-7224. We're streaming live Facebook and YouTube, and so if you're leaving home, you can still catch the show on your phone to ABC News GH. If you have not liked our pages yet, please do so. Please subscribe to the pages, turn on post notifications. That way, whenever we are live, you will be notified that ABC in the morning is live. Also interact with us via our socials at ABC News GH _. Please leave me a message under the stream. Leave me a message in our DMs. I'd be glad to read that for the attention of everyone. And our website is www.abcnewsgh.com, www.abcnewsgh.com, where we give you all of the news as it happens, as it breaks in real time. It's a beautiful Monday. Today is the 3rd day of August 2026. That means we have entered into the 8th month of the year. And I pray for you that all that your heart desires, you will achieve them. All that you work so tirelessly for, you will be able to receive all the gratification that it comes with. I'd remind you, like I'd always do, not to give up. Please keep going on. Keep putting in all of the effort, and put one foot ahead of the other. Take that step and reach the destination, reach the goal that you're so tirelessly working towards. But I have news for you today. I have news for you here on ABC in the morning. Starting Wednesday, that is 5th of August 2026, ABC in the morning becomes ABC Hotspot, and would move our time from the 7:30 that you know to 10:30 in the morning. And so from 10:30 a.m. till 12 noon, that's in the afternoon, you will join us on ABC Hotspot, where we'll bring you all of the breaking news, we'll bring you the conversations that matter, we'll bring you all the things, all the relevant information, the relevant news that you want from Ghana and beyond. And so every day, please, you will join me starting Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. here on ABC in the morning, as I bring you ABC Hotspot. You would enjoy the program I have for you. You would enjoy the content of it. And indeed, I would also love to hear from you. And so from Wednesday, please plan to join me at 10:30 a.m. on ABC Hotspot. And so again, from Wednesday, from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., we bring you a new program here on ABC in the morning. It is called, beg your pardon, on ABC News GH. It is called AM Club. AM Club, every day from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. You'll be informed, you'll be entertained, you'll be brought up to speed on everything you want. It's going to be a very entertaining program here on ABC in the morning. AM Club. You don't want to miss out on that at all. And so yes, join us. Let's have some great conversations here on ABC News GH. And so if you are not following us on our socials, please do follow us. If you have not subscribed to our pages, our channels, please do so. And let's bring you some very entertaining, informative, and educative content here on ABC News GH. Again, I am ABENA MANTE. Thank you so much for joining me this morning here on the show. I'll take a quick break. When I return, I'll turn my attention to the newspapers and let you know what they are telling us. Please stay with us.
The culture never chills, and neither do we. Viral moments, breaking stories, new drops, exclusive interviews, spotlight artists shaping the sound right now, and our African star of the week taking over timelines. Then it's straight to the top 10, the songs running the streets, owning your playlist and living rent-free in your head. No skips, just hits, pure vibes. This is the Rundown, your ultimate destination for everything entertainment.
Every great artist starts with one listener. Every hidden talent deserves the stage. Welcome to the plug, the show where underground artists become tomorrow's stars. Send in your song request, discover fresh music, and be the first to hear the next big sound before the world does. Real artists, new music, new vibes. The plug, your playlist, your platform. The Plug, your connection to the hotter sounds.
Greater Works 2026. Speaking, Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo, Bishop Tudor Bismarck, Bishop Mike Okonko, Pastor Paul Adefarasin, and our conference host, Pastor Mensa Otabil. Date, Monday the 3rd of August to Friday the 7th of August 2026. Morning sessions, Tuesday to Friday. Time, 9 a.m. Evening sessions, Monday to Friday. Time, 5 p.m. each night. Venue, ICGC Christ Temple East. Special song ministrations by Joe Metal, Once More 6, Nathaniel Bassi, Dunsin Oyekan. For more details, visit gwcentral.org. Greater Works 2026. It's coming down.
Baby, we are second. So you remember to point advert. Do you
need a media house to shoot quality TV ad for your company or products? Bring your company's vision to life.
And you make media house we are now. Potential films. So you must don't worry. So a course through advert contact woman.
We help businesses build their brands.
Ukraine, quality camera
reach their target audience, and ultimately drive sales and revenue growth.
May be new. Perfect. Contact a good script about your product. Sound, jet. They will give you quality pictures. How do you see it? How do you feel it? Wow. So picture you on Makasa. First number way 0541 16 28 28 and repeat 0541 16 28 28. Call them. Number one,
Potential Films. We believe in quality.
You're still watching ABC in the morning live here on ABC News GH. Let's turn our attention to the newspapers and see what they're telling us this morning. This is the Daily Guide newspaper. Move beyond remittance to investment. This is the CEO of Goldbot, Sami Jemfi, who's telling diasporans, don't just remit us. Come and invest in Ghana. And UCC must produce job-ready graduates, Sam Jonah says so. But boldly on the front page of the Daily Guide newspaper, tribunals are kangaroo courts. Minority leader Alexander Afenyo-Markin says so. And some more stories on the front page of the Daily Guide. Dame criticizes said in Atama acquittal. Man jailed 10 years for defiling stepdaughter. Why? Why? Such indiscipline, such wickedness. Jail him 10 years. I wish it was more. But well, at least it has not been settled at home. Let's move. And there's a story on Dagbon. Kampukuya na Yakubu Abukari and skinned Dagbon regent. Congratulations to you. May your rule be successful. May your rule be successful. We'll turn our attention away from the Daily Guide and bring you some more newspapers. And this is the Ghanaian Times newspaper. Don't assent to tribunals bill. Minority leader urges President Mahama. All right, and Tor is back, ready to champion energy security. President Mahama declares. Also on the front page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper, UCC must train problem solvers, not rote learners. Sam Jonah says so. Prioritize employment-led growth, ISA tells government. And finally, Ghana records 148 billion Ghana cedi trade surplus in 2025. All right, let's look at some more newspapers and their stories. Tor is back in full operation. President Mahama commissions refurbished facilities. And this is the Daily Graphic reporting that to us. Greater Works 2026 begins today. Indeed, if you watched ABC in the morning last week, on Thursday, we had a conversation about Greater Works 2026. It begins today, this evening at 5 p.m. and then morning sessions. You will be able to catch Greater Works live here on ABC on ABC News GH. And so yes, if you're unable to be at Christ Temple East, please tune into ABC News GH and we'll be bringing you the full coverage of Greater Works 2026 that begins tonight, 5 p.m. Away from that, there are more stories on don't assent to tribunals bill. Afenyo-Markin again telling the president. All right, let's move away from Daily Graphic and look at some more stories. This is Publisher. The Publisher says Mohammed's reset is a sham. Osahin goes nuclear on NDC. Is it a sham? Well, that is what the minority leader believes it is. Goldbot CEO champions African wealth ownership. And Dame slams AG over Sedina acquittal. And finally, NPP hit street on Thursday over selective justice. That is one of the stories we have today on ABC in the morning. Why is the NPP hitting the streets? We will tell when we get to that conversation. But let's move away from the Publisher at this point and bring you some more stories. This is the Chronicle newspaper. Goldfields puts its cards on the table, paid 5.8 billion Ghana cedis in taxes, 8.8 billion Ghana cedis on local procurement in 2025 and invested $110 million in infrastructure. This is all in the conversations on the Takwa mine lease renewal. Some people say do not renew the lease of Goldfields. Goldfield says this is what we have been doing so far. And Salma chief youth maintain opposition to Adamus resources. And that is the Chronicle. Away from the Chronicle newspaper, let's turn our attention to other stories. And the Custodian newspaper says, my mission is to make DMB president in 2029. Asanteman Koka, who is vying for the chairmanship position of the Ashanti region in the NPP, says so. Ghana is not safe under NDC. Minority leader decries attack on free speech and selective justice. These and some other stories here on the newspaper. Let's turn our attention to Daily Gist. Minority demands details on EMP takeover of Damang mine. Ghana is not safe under Mahama. Afenyo-Markin declares Africa must own its wealth. Sami Jemfi tasks diaspora, and NPP announces nationwide protest over Sedina acquittal. Away from the daily gist, let's look at some other stories. The Republic Press, Dame AG lock horns over Sedina acquittal. Adrasafo defies court battle, bids final farewell to Apostle Kwadwo Safo, and NPP takes fight to Mahama, announces nationwide democracy protest. These and many other stories on the front page of the Republic Press. The Source newspaper, MIF ex-staff drags fund to court for unlawful dismissal. Godfred Dame rejects blame for Sedina's discharge, and more on the Sedina acquittal. NPP-led demo to Rock Accra on August 6. The minority leader also says our republic is not safe, it's not in safe hands. Really, is that true? Well, that's the minority leader. Government sneaks in new taxes without scrutiny, and the minority is warning us on that. The exclusive newspaper, Mahama repositions tour for regional energy leadership. Okay. Julius Deborah challenges KNUST to create jobs. I'm interested in how the university will create jobs. Well, I should read some more into the stories and appreciate it. Kobati unveils aggressive GSA compliance and safety drive. All right. And finally, Edmond Combat drives towards regional energy ambitions. All the best to you, sir. All the best. Away from the exclusive. This is the Daily Statesman. Kokofu fires up NPP grassroots for 2028 comeback. Kokofu is also looking forward to leading the NPP in the Ashanti region as their chair. Will they give him their go ahead? Will they give him the nod? Well, we will see. Coca has the right fortitude to build Ashanti NPP. Okay, and Tria Yeboah congratulates newly elected Sunyani East NPP executives, calls for unity. Ghana's democracy under siege. Afenyo Marking demands accountability before Parliament's recess. And finally, NPP announces nationwide demo against attack on constitutional governance. And that's the Daily Statesman. The Informer newspaper, you have not arrived yet. Economist warns government as Ghanaians struggle to fuel economic recovery. Comes with a picture of Professor Godfred Alufa Bokpin, who is an economist. Minority sounds alarm over 704% fuel oil levy hike. Really, we should look into that. AGOSP turf war. Supreme Court applauded. Legal experts warns against AG overreach. And some more stories on the front page of the Informer newspaper. And this is the news center. Jemfi calls for diaspora-led investment in Africa. Fuel prices surge, biting consumers hard. Auditors flag 648.6 million Ghana cedis NPA paid to RASL without evidence of verified maintenance works done. Okay, and NPP declares August 6 demo over rule of law concerns. Farmers who change from cocoa to other crops risk jail. Why do they risk jail? I am interested in why they risk jail. I will be reading some more. This is the Daily Banner newspaper. Sam Jonah charges UCC to lead AI era education reform. All right, so Odeneho is the only one who can revive NPP youth for victory. Chairman Victor Osei says so. And minority slams government over the Amang mine deal. And Kampukuya Na Abukari II enskinned as regent of Dagbon. Long may your reign succeed. These are the stories on the front page of the Daily Banner. Daybreak newspaper. Africa must break the resource curse cycle. MIDA CEO says so. Parliament commends NPA for driving growth in Ghana's petroleum sector. And Nungwa chief urges unity, rejects drug abuse. And finally, terrorism claims 45 lives daily in West Africa. General Batabana says so. And these are the stories on the front page of the Daybreak newspaper. These are all the stories we bring you this morning for the newspaper headlines. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll delve into some stories here on ABC in the morning. Please stay with us.
Baby, we are second. So you remember to pon need an advert. Let's why I saw by your advert no you to pon na kwara nim dia.
Do you need a media house to shoot quality TV ad for your company or products? Bring your company's vision to life.
And you make media house we are potential films. So you must so you must don't worry. So you to pon a course through advert dia contact woman.
We help businesses build their brands.
Ukraine omoduma hote omo quality can somebody try.
Reach their target audience and ultimately drive sales and revenue growth.
Omoduma be new. Omoduma is perfect. O contact no be good script about your product. Sound jet. They will give you quality pictures. How do you see it? How do you feel it? Wow. So people unya ona no makasa. Fresh number way 0541 16 28 28. I'm repeating 0541 16 28 28. Call them. Number more
Potential Films. We believe in quality.
Greater Works 2026. Speaking, Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo, Bishop Tudor Bismarck, Bishop Mike Okonko, Pastor Paul Adefarasin, and our conference host, Pastor Mensa Otabil. Date, Monday the 3rd of August to Friday the 7th of August 2026. Morning sessions, Tuesday to Friday. Time, 9 a.m. Evening sessions, Monday to Friday. Time, 5 p.m. each night. Venue, ICGC Christ Temple East. Special song ministrations by Joe Metal, Once More 6, Nathaniel Bassi, Dunsin Oyekan. For more details, visit gwcentral.org. Greater Works 2026. It's coming down.
Great artists start with one lesson. Every hidden talent deserves the stage. Welcome to the plug, the show where underground artists become tomorrow's stars. Send in your song request, discover fresh music, and be the first to hear the next big sound before the world does. Real artists, new music, new vibes. The plug, your playlist, your platform. The plug, your connection to the hottest sounds.
You're welcome back. You're still watching ABC in the morning live here on ABC News GH. We'll turn our attention to WA for our front story, where an unfortunate incident has occurred. A fire outbreak at the girls' dormitory of WA Islamic Senior High School, which is in the Upper West region. This fire outbreak has destroyed the dormitory block and has left several students displaced and their personal belongings damaged. The incident occurred around 7:30 p.m. on Sunday, August 2, when most of the students had left the dormitory for their evening academic activities, what we regularly call prep activities. So according to the headmaster of the senior high school, WA Islamic Senior High School, the headmaster Al Hassan A. Bafara, the fire started after sparks were noticed in the dormitory, prompting authorities to quickly raise an alarm and alert emergency responders. He says that when they called the Ghana Fire Service and the police, within 30 minutes they had arrived and the fire was brought under control. The headmaster tells us that there was no student was injured or killed in the incident, which is great news, but several of the students had lost their personal belongings and were left emotionally affected by the situation. This is a very sad situation having occurred in WA. It's also not the first time our senior high schools have suffered this kind of devastating fires, especially to dormitories. Why this keeps happening, we need to speak with the fire service to better appreciate it. But one thing I'm most grateful for is the fact that no students died, no students was injured because of this fire. They have lost their possessions that will need replacement. That is money. And so hopefully, they're able to replace all of them. Some good, well-meaning Ghanaians are able to come there to their aid and support them. But the public relations officer for the Upper West region of the Ghana Fire Service also spoke on the matter, DO2 Idrisu Imran, who said that the service received a distress call at about 7:45 p.m. and immediately deployed their personnel to the school. And he said that the blocks that were affected, had about 5 rooms, and each room accommodating approximately 30 students. Wow, that should be a very packed dormitory. Says that, obviously the items within the rooms are combustible. Mattresses, books, clothing would indeed contribute to the spread of the fire. But at this point, we do not know the cause of the fire. Ghana National Fire Service tells us that they are conducting or they are commencing investigations into the cause of the fire to ascertain exactly what caused it. And authorities of the school are evaluating the extent of the damage. This is a very sad situation. Today is Monday, school is in session. I wonder how they fared yesterday in the night. I'm sure they would have to spend the night sleeping by their colleagues who were not affected by the fire. But this is one that will rattle you. It is an incident that would scare you. Fire is a scary thing. It is a scary thing. It really evokes some fear. It's a worrying situation. I am particularly glad and appreciative that nobody was injured, nobody was hurt. They lost possessions. Those things you can't replace. Life is what you cannot replace. And so if nobody was harmed physically, we are glad. We hope that some emotional help or services are provided for them. Anybody who is shaking, anybody who's been devastated would receive some mental health care to deal with this situation. But this is scary. If you've experienced any form of fire, the trauma lingers. The trauma lingers. Anything that reminds you and you get agitated, you get scared. But I hope that the school is able to provide the necessary mental help for anybody who's been affected, who's scared, and accelerate some counseling, activate and accelerate some counseling for all of them. But the issue of fire outbreaks in our schools, this is not the first time, and so we really need to know exactly what is causing all of these fire outbreaks in our schools to ensure that we solve the matter, we solve the issue. But this is the news coming in from Wa in the Upper West region, where the Islamic Senior High School experienced some fires in its girls' dormitory, or at its girls' dormitory. 5 rooms, each room containing some 30 persons. The room can accommodate 30 persons. It means about 150 persons have been affected. Well, we hope that GES, Ministry of Education, is able to come to their aid and help them in their time of need. That'll be all for this. We'll take a break. When I return, we'll turn our attention to the NPP. NPP says it will be staging a demonstration on August 6th. They say our democracy is under attack. Really? Our democracy is under attack? Well, listen to what the NPP says. So, but I remind you that from this Wednesday, the 5th of August, ABC News, ABC in the Morning becomes ABC Hotspot, where we'll start coming into your homes from 10:30 a.m. with all the news, all the conversations, all the interviews that matter. And so starting Wednesday from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m., what will be on your screens is AM Club, entertaining, informative, very educative. You don't want to miss out on that at all. And after AM Club, will come your way with ABC Hotspot. But at this point, I'll take a break. When I return, I come back with ABC in the Morning, and we'll turn our attention to the New Patriotic Party and its reasons for staging a demonstration come August 6th. Stay with us.
Every great artist starts with one lesson. Every hidden talent deserves the stage. Welcome to the plug, the show where underground artists becomes tomorrow's stars. Send in your song request, discover fresh music, and be the first to hear the next big sound before the world does. Real artists, new music, new vibes. The plug, your playlist, your platform. The plug, your connection to the hotter sounds.
Greater Works 2026. Speaking, Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo, Bishop Tudor Bismarck, Bishop Mike Okonko, Pastor Paul Adefarasin, and our conference host, Pastor Mensa Otabil. Date, Monday the 3rd of August to Friday the 7th of August 2026. Morning sessions, Tuesday to Friday. Time, 9 a.m. Evening sessions, Monday to Friday. Time, 5 p.m. each night. Venue, ICGC Christ Temple East. Special song ministrations by Joe Metal, Once More 6, Nathaniel Bassi, Dunsin Oyekan. For more details, visit gwcentral.org. Greater Works 2026. It's coming down.
Baby, we are second. So you remember to pon need advert. Let's why so by advert no you to pon na kwara nim dia.
Do you need a media house to shoot quality TV ad for your company or product? Bring your company's vision to life.
And you make media house we am potential films. So you must don't worry. So open to you to pon a course through advert dia contact woman.
We help businesses build their brands,
Ukraine omodwuma hote omo quality can me so many twa.
reach their target audience, and ultimately drive sales and revenue growth.
Omodwuma be new. Omodwuma is perfect. O contact no be good script about your product. Sound jet. They will give you quality pictures. How do you see it? How do you feel it? Wow. So picture unya ona no makasa. First number way 0541 16 28 28. I'm repeat 0541 16 28 28. Call them. Number more Jumana Kase.
Potential Films. We believe in quality.
The culture never chills, and neither do we. viral moments, breaking stories, new drops, exclusive interviews, spotlight artists shaping the sound right now, and our African Star of the Week taking over timelines. Then it's straight to the top 10, the songs running the streets, owning your playlist and living rent-free in your head. No skips, just hits, pure vibes. This is The Rundown, your ultimate destination for everything entertainment.
Great artists start with one lesson. Every hidden talent deserves the stage. Welcome to the block, the show where underground artists become tomorrow's stars. Send in your song request, discover fresh music, and be the first to hear the next big sound before the world does. Real artists, new music, new vibes. The Plug, your playlist, your platform. The Plug, your connection to the hottest sounds.
You're still watching ABC in the morning live here on ABC News GH. We'll turn our attention to the New Patriotic Party, the largest opposition party at this point. NPP says it will be staging a demonstration. Democracy is under attack. This demonstration will be on August 6th. Really, is our democracy under attack? Why is the NPP saying so? Well, they held a presser a few days earlier where the national advisor Henry Nana Boachi, popularly known as Nana B, addressed the press. Let's take you to the NPP's headquarters and listen to them give reasons they will be embarking on this demonstration on August 6th.
National bodies, student movement, youth movement, and all well-meaning citizens, we shall embark on massive demonstration to defend our democracy. We are starting here in Accra, and we'll be going to other regions as well to defend our democracy, our constitution, and the rule of law. A call to action. Massive protest ahead. Fellow Ghanaians, the time for silence is over. The New Patriotic Party hereby serves notice that on 6th of August, next week Thursday, 2026, in collaboration with other political parties, civil society, organization, professional bodies, student movement, youth movement, and all well-meaning citizens, we shall embark on massive demonstration to defend our democracy. We are starting here in Accra, and we'll be going to other regions as well to defend our democracy, our constitution, and the rule of law. On behalf
of the party for keeping you here for a while. Without much I do,
the evidence as anything other than overwhelming. She did not stay to answer it. She fled the jurisdiction mid-trial and was convicted in absentia. A fugitive from the very justice system that has now embraced her and freed her. And yet, within 7 weeks of her forced return, the conviction has evaporated. We ask the questions every Ghanaian is asking. On what principle of law does a mountain of evidence become a mirage? Which findings of fact were perverse? Which directions on the law were wrong? The Ghanaian people are entitled to answers because justice under our constitution is administered in the name, and they can smell what this is. This was not an appeal succeeding on its merit. This was an overcome, procured, packaged, and well delivered. The MPP states without fear of contradiction, this acquittal was politically motivated, well orchestrated and planned, and its timing on the eve of legal vacation, with public attention divided, is no coincidence, and it's not an accident at all. And we hear the Attorney General says he's going to go before the Supreme Court on appeal. It is all part of the well-choreographed plan. Commencement of trial was 30th January 2019. Charge sheet was filed at the High Court Criminal Division. In all, 78 counts were filed. In all, 78 counts were filed. Among these offenses were stealing, conspiracy to commit crime, willfully causing financial loss to the state, conspiracy, improper payment of public funds, unauthorized commitment, resulting in financial obligations for government, breaches of our procurement law, on 24th, and this will blow your mind, Madam Sedinam Tamaklo advanced a loan to Obatampa Savings and Loans. It was a check, ADB check. The moment Obatampa Savings and Loans received this check, they asked of the interest. And this is even poor administration of Maslock. Why would Obatampa ask of an interest after the monies have already been advanced to them? And the interest was mentioned to be 4%. And they said, no, we cannot. Because we deal with farmers here, we deal with market women here, they cannot pay the 4%. And Madam Sedinam Tamaklu told the man to return the money. The man should cash the 500,000, cash, and bring it to Accra. The man obliged, cashed 500,000 Ghana cedis, met Madam Sedinam Tamaklu at Bachuna Tota, packed the money in her car boot, and she departed. And she gave her a written consent that she has received the money. The monies were not lodged into Maslock accounts. Forensic audit revealed that the monies were never deposited in Maslock accounts. Yet we are being told that she did nothing wrong. Again, the board approved 1.6 million for her for sensitization and training program. She withdrew more than what the board approved. 1.816 million was withdrawn. Out of it, do you know how much she disbursed? Out of the 1.8 million, 1,300 Ghana cedis. The rest in her pocket. 1,300 Ghana cedis. Without compliance with the Public Procurement Act, she again signed a contract purchasing 350 vehicles. And it will surprise you. Let me go through it. I'll come back to the Kantamanto fire. Now, In 2016, without PPA's approval, she signed a contract for the supply of 350 vehicles, comprising 150 Aveo Saloon, 100 Chevy Sparklights, and 133-seater Isuzu buses. On the Aveo Saloon, she purchased one vehicle for $18,883, though the market price was $12,000. The market price was $12,000. Yet she alone bought it for $18,000. On the Chevy Sparklight, she bought one for $16,500. Again, the market price was $9,100. On the Isuzu 33 bar-seater, she bought one for $112,000, $942. But the actual price was $74,493. In all, she pocketed $4.1 million, almost 50 million Ghana cedis. And the evidence is clear. These matters were investigated thoroughly. And yet we are being told that she should go home free with our money. In fact, at a point when a certain Samsung phone was on the market, selling on the market for 100 Ghana cedis, normal young phones, she alone bought it for 400 Ghana cedis. 400 Ghana cedis. You recall the Kantamanto fire, where 1.4 million Ghana cedis was meant for our market women. This woman pocketed 600,000 Ghana cedis. 600,000 Ghana cedis. At a point, she requested that she needed to seek medical attention. She never returned. 2021, 22, 23, 24, 25, and she returned 26. And in less than 2 months, she's been freed. Ladies and gentlemen, again, unapproved payment of 273,000. These monies again went to her. She paid herself and her deputy 135,000 Ghana cedis, 82,000 Ghana cedis, 28,000 Ghana cedis as ex gratia, unapproved. And she was meant to go through the judicial process fairly. She was never under any duress. And at the time, following her refusal to join the trial, on an application by the prosecution, the court on 24th, she left on 24th January 2023, ordered that her trial be held in absentia. She left in 2021. And the prosecution relaxed on their constitutional rule just because of fair trial. So 2021, she left. 22, she was not in the country. 23, that was when the prosecution put before the court an application for her to be tried in absentia. And again, to ensure that she was duly notified, the court further ordered that she be served by substitution in the following manner: through her lawyers, Agbesi Jakwasu Esquire, her last known place of abode. Publication in the national dailies and on the notice board of High Court for 21 days. After 21 days, she still failed to show up. Then trial proceeded in her absence accordingly. On 16th April 2024, judgment was delivered and she was sentenced to 10 years imprisonment. The trial judge in the judgment evaluated the evidence on record, including the cross-examination done by Sedinam Tamaklo's lawyers, her charge, and her caution statement. After the judgment, extradition request commenced under the 1931 extradition treaty with U.S. By July 2024, all the documentation from the AG's office had been completed and submitted to the U.S. authorities. In August, U.S. informed the AG's office that they had located her in the U.S. Her residential address was known and all her movement under surveillance. They placed her on the stop list. The U.S. kept updating the AG until January 2025 when government changed. There was absolutely nothing left for government of Ghana to do. Every further step was left in the hands of the U.S. government. Ladies and gentlemen, let me proceed by stating that it has become the modus operandi of this Attorney General. It was an agenda well conceived to free all their people. And I'm going to give you an account on that. Check this. The snitch scandal. Is it not worrying that the High Court in Accra also acquitted and discharged the former Director General and Board Chairman and two others who were accused of causing financial loss to the state to the tune of 70 million? Again, by just a stroke of pen. The Attorney General entered noli prosequi. And these are accused persons who were told to open their case. The court had ruled that you have a case to answer, so open your defense. Yet, the Attorney General, the current Attorney General, just went to court, entered noli prosequi, and acquitted and discharged all of them. The Unibank scandal. Again, we are talking about a whooping 5.7 billion Ghana cedis. It included the founder, Dr. Kwabena Duffuor, and many others. In fact, including even the current governor, Bank of Ghana. And again, the court had ruled that they have a case to answer. Yet, this Attorney General, because it is already a well-conceived agenda to free their people, again went to court with a stroke of a pen, entered noli prosequi, and freed all of them. We are talking about 5.7 billion Ghana cedis here. The Segleme scandal. Honorable Collins Downder and others. The monies involved, they were supposed to build affordable houses. And the monies were squandered. And they were standing trial for $200 million, the monies involved. And yet, the court had ruled that they have a case to answer. They must open their defense. Just when Attorney General, that was possibly the first set of assignment he was given. He again went to court, entered noli prosequi, and the court acquitted and discharged them. Huge monies. Then the cocoa board scandal. Again, we are talking about 271 million Ghana cedis involved in this. And the Attorney General freed them. Attorney General freed them. These are all monies. These are all financial loss to the state. So we are not surprised that from day one, they had already conceived that we are going to free Madam Sedinam Tamaklu. And it is worrying how the Court of Appeal would say. And I have this here, I'll read it out to you. In one of the rationale behind the judgment, Court of Appeal is saying the charge sheet was defective. How can the charge sheet be defective? How? When they never raised this matter during trial, it never came up. Even so, Section 406(1) of Act 30 is quite clear. And I'll read it to you. Subject to the provisions therein after contained, no findings, sentence, or order passed by a court of competent jurisdiction shall be reversed or altered on appeal or review on account of any error, omission, irregularity in the complaint, summons, warrant, charge, proclamation, order, judgment, or other proceedings before or during the trial. And this is quite clear. So you cannot base, even though it is true, assuming without admitting, yes, that there were some errors on the charge sheet, which was never raised during trial. The judges at the High Court, at the Court of Appeal, did a great disservice to Ghanaians. Great disservice. We are talking about 90 million Ghana cedis. And we can just hinge her freedom on the fact that there were some technical errors or errors, even assuming without admitting. So if there were some problems with the charge sheet, it means the person should run away with 90 million, when indeed Section 406 is saying that, look, even if you have some errors or irregularities on the charge sheet, that cannot free. You cannot reverse a court of competent jurisdiction, the decision based on errors or defects. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a wholesale amnesty for the politically connected, dressed up in prosecutorial discretion. But discretion under our law is not a private weapon. Under Article 296, it commands that it must be exercised fairly, candidly, and without, or it must not be done capriciously. What fairness, what candor is there in a prosecutorial policy whose only consistent principle is that the party card of an accused, Madam Tamaklu Ationu, stood convicted, so the front door of a noli prosequi was shut. Yesterday, the back door was open for her. The Attorney General did not protect the public purse. He presided over a ceremony of betrayal. And I'm surprised. The Attorney General put in a very weak and a relaxed defense before the Court of Appeal. I think that the judges at the Court of Appeal should have done better. They should not have relied on some of these things, especially when 90 million Ghana cedis is at stake. Because the Attorney General is part of the choreography. So they put in a very weak defense, very relaxed defense. In fact, it was even captured in the statement. Let me also read this one to you. It was captured in the written submission of the respondent in answer to the appellant's submission pursuant to leave granted by this honorable court. And I'll read just a small portion. We wish to bring to the attention of the honorable court that the record of appeal before the court is not complete. We state that all the exhibits tendered by the prosecution during trial does not form part of the record. The only document found as part of the record are some of the documents which formed part of the disclosure done by the prosecution. So it was even revealed that the Attorney General put in a very weak, very relaxed, very ill defense. So obviously, as we have predicted all this while, the entire choreography was to release and free Madam Sedinam Tamaklu. And to our judiciary, we say this with heavy hearts, but steady voices. Every judge of the Superior Court swears to do justice. And Article 17 of the Constitution guarantees every person's equality before the law. Yet, the pattern now staring the nation in the face is the two-track system of justice. One track, swift, forgiving, and generous for friends of the government. Another, harsh, hurried, and merciless for the opponent. Selective justice. And I keep saying this. There is a certain fear hovering on the judiciary. From 1992, we have never, no government, no president, we have never ousted our Chief Justice before. Never. It is only under President Mahama who promised NDC members that he was going to sanitize the judiciary. And indeed, it was part of their plan to oust the former Chief Justice, Madam Tokono. So the message is clear that if the president has been able to put in a system to remove the Chief Justice, then who am I? So it looks like, it appears, and that is what I see, because I have been in court where a whole judge, a circuit court judge, is celebrating Idi Amin, such a notorious tyrant, such a notorious dictator. The judge is celebrating Idi Amin in his ruling. In fact, in his ruling, he stated that although all of us are equal before the law, as stipulated by the Constitution, in practice, some are actually above the law. That is what he said in his ruling. And you know where this judge is now? He has been promoted. He's at the High Court now. He was the same judge who again introduced Animal Farm in his judgment. Such poor judgment, which received several criticisms. That ruling was widely condemned. Yet, he has been promoted to the High Court. So now the impression is that the impression is, do the bidding of the sitting government and you receive promotion. So there is a certain fear hovering over the judiciary. And that is why we say democracy under siege, democracy under attack. A judiciary that convicts the opposition on thin evidence in record time whilst government allies walk free against overwhelming evidence, is not administering justice. It is administering politics in judicial costume. Public confidence in the court is the only currency the judiciary possesses. And yesterday, the currency was devalued before the eyes of more than 33 million Ghanaians and the international community. The message this government sent to the world yesterday is chilling. In Ghana today, accountability is for the opponent and impunity is for friends. Steal for the party in power and the law will find you innocent. Oppose the party in power and the law will find you guilty. Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday's acquittal cannot be viewed in isolation. It is the latest chapter in a sustained assault on the pillars of our Fourth Republic. Overnight, the Mahama-led NDC government has succeeded in undermining almost every single index of good constitutional governance in Ghana. This is their record. The removal of former Chief Justice. Let it never be forgotten where this all began. The murky, opaque, the constitutionally suspect process by which Her Ladyship Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Esaba Saki Tokuno was suspended and ultimately removed from office. That removal, conducted behind closed doors and in defiance to every principle of due process, transparency, and natural justice, was not an isolated act. It was opening move, the very beginning of a deliberate agenda to decapite the judiciary, capture it, and destroy the last institutional safeguard of good governance in this country. Everything we have witnessed since flows from this originating sin. And I keep saying, eyes are watching the Chief Justice. My Lord Bafuboni, eyes are watching you because you are the greatest beneficiary of this suspension and removal of Chief Justice Tokuno. Eyes are watching you. Again, your wife is also another great beneficiary of President Mohammed's administration. She was appointed to be Director General Prisons under President Mahama. So eyes are watching you. If things are not going well, if justice is being skewed, the legitimate questions people will be asking in their minds will be, is it because, my Lord, you have benefited greatly? Eyes are watching. Questions are being asked. And these are legitimate issues. You are now the Chief Justice appointed by President Mahama after the suspension and removal of Chief Justice Tokuno. And again, Madame Bafuboni has also gotten an appointment as the overall boss, Ghana Prisons. So is it the case that you cannot speak truth to power? Is it the case? These are questions people are asking. Is it the case that there is that fear hovering over the judiciary? Is it the case? Are your people administering justice in fear? These are troubling times for our democracy. Troubling times for our democracy. Interference with the judiciary, the independence of our courts, the last refuge of the citizen, has been systematically compromised, with judicial outcomes increasingly tracking the political interest of the governing party. A brazen display of selective justice. Persons affiliated to the NDC are freed, discharged and acquitted, while opponents of government are hounded, convicted, and jailed on the flimsiest of evidence. The concentration of all so-called Operation Recover or Loot cases before only 2 judges, Justice Achibonga and Justice Kokuvite, who between them handle every one of these politically charged prosecutions, and whose conduct on these trials has strongly undermined the effort of accused persons to defend themselves. Now, these 2 judges, they are supposed to handle all cases involving NPP element. All cases. And indeed, they have also been sanctioned. They have been given strict instructions not to go on vacation, because the courts are on legal vacation, but they have been told, hey, stay back and make sure you do all these cases. People are asking questions. Why only these 2 judges? Why? Why only these 2 judges? The baseless punishment of political opponents while NDC members walk free. A 2-tier system of justice in which the scales are weighed by party colors rather than evidence. We have witnessed over the years, a year and more or so, where operatives of MPP are picked up the moment they make the slightest of comment which is deemed to be offensive to President Mahama and the government. A lot of people have been arrested and they have been refused bail. So many, in fact, my last count reviewed 25. In fact, and even yesterday, I have this here. They have arrested one Godfred Ansu Damwa for a post he made on X, asking questions on the widely circulated video between President Mahama and the National Security Coordinator regarding some 150 million. Since his arrest yesterday, and as I speak to you now, we don't know where he is. Sorry, we don't know where he is. Just yesterday, he was picked up. Godfred Ansu Damwa. He was picked up simply because he asked questions. And all of you, you've seen this video which went viral. He's asking that, and he's been arrested. Can you imagine? This is dangerous for our democracy, and it shows how the Mahama-led and its law enforcement agencies are weaponizing the power given them by Ghanaian people to prevent citizens from exercising their fundamental human right of free speech. Just yesterday, the hurried reintroduction of the widely decried public tribunal system, an institution Ghanaians rejected decades ago, now being resurrected as an instrument to harass opposition. All of us must fight this tribunal. Media, we must fight it. We must fight it. It is evil. The NDC intends to perpetuate evil with this tribunal. They intend to harass all manner of persons with this tribunal. We all know the tradition. We all know what this tribunal brings to mind. You all know. The courts are doing their work. The courts are doing their work. We must all fight against this tribunal. The NDC intends to perpetuate evil with this tribunal. The suppression and criminalization of free speech, with critics of the government facing arrest, prosecution, and intimidation for exercising constitutionally guaranteed rights. The imposition of repressive and onerous bail conditions by law enforcement bodies, designed not to secure attendance at trial, but to punish and harass the political opponent before any court has pronounced on their guilt. The law is that every accused person is presumed to be innocent. But what the NDC, what they are doing with bails, the way and manner, bails are meant to make sure that the accused person is brought before either the court or to aid with investigation. That is it. Nothing more, nothing less. Bails are not meant to be punitive. But under President Mahama, and recently even Honorable Haruna Idrisu even spoke against it. Bail conditions are being weaponized as instrument of punishment. You go to Yoko, and this is the first time I'm hearing somebody can be giving a bail sum close to about 900 million, 800 million, 100 million, 150 million, 80 million, 50 million. Why? Why? Is this what we voted for? And indeed, if President Mahama thinks that because he was overwhelmingly endorsed, because of that, Ghana was sold to him. Ghana is his private property. So you think that if President Mahama had promised Ghanaians in his campaign message that when I come, I'm going to free Honorable Collins Dauda, I'm going to free Governor Esiama, I'm going to free Dr. Dufour, then he should have incorporated this in his campaign message. Because in the first 100 days, you freed all elements. In the first 100 days. Again, a veiled third-term agenda orchestrated by President Mahama himself. He is the one behind it. You ask President Mahama, oh, I am not interested. Oh, it's only the Supreme Court. There are some applications before the Supreme Court. Whatever day the Supreme Court decides, it is not my issue. As for me, I'm only committed to my third term. We must fight against it. And again, to our judiciary, any attempt to introduce any weird interpretation regarding Article 66 would throw Ghana into a political turmoil. 2 terms, 2 terms. It is dangerous. And people are fighting for it, in fact, including NDC elements. And trust me, I can tell you on authority that His Excellency, the President, knows about this. He is behind it. And all of these applications before the Supreme Court, they are politically sponsored. They are politically sponsored. And that is where the fear is. Because now if you have a certain fear hovering around our justice delivery system, and this application is before them, all of us, we must speak against it. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to draw your attention to one development so bizarre it removes any lingering doubt about what is afoot. The Chief Justice of the Republic has issued a warrant authorizing these two very justices, Justice Achibonga and Justice Kwaku Vitei, to sit during legal vacation, which commences tomorrow, 1st August. Think of it. all judges of the Superior Court, it is precisely the two judges before whom every politically charged prosecution of opposition figures are before, who must, and they must not pause, they must work through. Why this indecent haste? What is the emergency? The only reasonable conclusion available to any objective observer is that this is part of the grand scheme involving the Chief Justice, the Jubilee House, and the two justices to rush justice and to convict political opponent at all cost. Justice hurried is justice buried. Trials conducted at a breakneck speed through vacations with accused persons denied a fair opportunity to prepare and present their defense are not trials at all. They are choreographed conveyor belt to a predetermined conviction. Why do we do this? Without a doubt, our democracy is under siege. The 1992 Constitution, for which so many sacrificed, is being hollowed out before our very eyes. And all well-meaning Ghanaians, irrespective of political affiliation, ethnicity, or creed, must rise to defend this. Our demands. The New Patriotic Party demand the following. Since it is now abundantly clear that the Attorney General and the machinery of justice under the administration have no intention whatsoever of protecting the public purse, the Attorney General should, as a matter of consistency and fairness, immediately discontinue and discharge all appointees of the previous MPP administration currently standing trial. It cannot be the case that the law is a weapon against one side on the political divide and a shield for the other. The Attorney General must render a full public account of every case involving persons affiliated to the governing party that has been discontinued, withdrawn, or otherwise terminated since January 2025, together with the reasons thereof. The Judicial Council and the leadership of the judiciary must take urgent steps to restore public confidence in the administration of justice, which yesterday's decision has gravely undermined. Chairman Bernard Nchibu to me, the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the MPP, must be immediately acquitted and discharged and released. His conviction and the outrageous sentence of 20 years imprisonment with hard labor handed down barely 10 days ago were politically motivated and procured without sufficient evidence. A fact his lawyers have set out more than 20 grounds of appeal now pending before the Court of Appeal. A call to action. Massive protest ahead. Fellow Ghanaians, the time for silence is over. The New Patriotic Party hereby serves notice that on 6th of August, next week Thursday, 2026, in collaboration with other political parties, civil society, organizations, professional bodies, student movement, youth movement, and all well-meaning citizens, we shall embark on massive demonstration to defend our democracy. We are starting here in Accra and we'll be going to other regions as well to defend our democracy, our constitution, and the rule of law. I thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the media, for your attention. God bless our homeland Ghana. Make our nation strong. And before, adofo media for central for Moshia. Madaroma, ene jumedie eye jumedia ehun hia ye pa. Na Samosha Eniama bia ekoswo awo ya tentene ni mu no ehu ya papa Chief Justice Wadawro Masore na no enre ye Madam Sedinam Tamaklo ono ya bone kwadu so watabri Ghana sika na odi awasa ne srem wafa Ghana Japade no wadwane afiri krom ha ebra ne party ba ban mu pɛ yɛtimi akɔfa naba na wɔtwe mienu ne akyire kakrai court sɛ ɔnkɔ free obi a ɔfa Ghana sika 19 million Ghana cedis otimi mo obi busia na obi abusa ne sɛ na insihu sɛ na daso wɔsi insihu yɛ ɔhamu nchichemu nan ɔhamu nchichemu nan we de yɛntimi ntua ɛne fɛ sika ne brɛ me sika na yɛmfa nkɔ maslock accounts mu ne de asi ne car boot na ɔkɔ yɛgye sika 1.8 million Ghana cedis yɛde kɔ akɔyɛ nkyerɛkyerɛ emu 1,003 Ghana cedis pɛ ɛna maame oyusu yɛ yɛkɔ akɔtɔ car ni nyinaa boɔ ebedu $10 million maame nko apagya mu a ɔsɛ car ne boɔ ɛyɛ $14.5 million ɔno nko de bɛyɛ $4.5 million ɛde aka ho over 50 million Ghana cedis wɔn nyinaa na adanseɛ wɔ hɔ wɔn nyinaa adanseɛ gyina mu nanso yampa mua ama ene court of appeal aye Ghana bone sonko se ene anunti no onko na we nyina ka kwan a NDC aban yi abaye omo fa so a omo pese omo yi omo nkofo na omo gina 10 ye ni mu no omo nkofie obekaya asagime scandal yeru Collins Dauda ene ni mpanifo aka na $200 million na na wosa asem no mu yese na omo nkofie attorney general afa ne pen ne paper na de court ya makwan munya obi ankofie senate mpanifo aka ho no mu a omo di Ghana dwirim over 70 million Ghana cedis ene eso omo nkofie senate cocoa board scandal ebaye over 271 million Ghana cedis na ebon mu attorney general baya o si o mu nkofie o de pen paper de court o yi o mu nkofie Unibank issues ebe mu hu sikasema na ebon mu nyaa almost 5.7 billion Ghana cedis benefo ahodo a na ewom including Governor Bank of Ghana o mu nyaa ne se no mu nkofie onko ya de pen paper de court we a case ye interested be mu nko sana said nam tamakuru de oyeye attorney general court wanko kanse papa bia wo ho asema o kan na mu nyedu o de atentin huro ne court na court gina so na court ade edi court ho yawo ne say court bo yesika ho ban it is attorney general kwa na omba no wanka na asem ya court de asodie so da wo so say o sen ka bo yesika ho ban na ni se wo gina so say na charge sheet be defective embra no so kire say charge sheet kwa defective anasem fom so bi wo so kwa na yenye ne sa yenka ne sa enye se no an se wo so di ko dabi yen hwehwemu enei ehu bi aba beto eye Ghana ya tentenie so ye judiciary ehu bi aba beto so adentia ekwan ya ye fa so ye yi eye chief justice tokunu free ho no emu ohwerem na ehu tene ehu bi aba beto mo so eti asem bia ebekọ bia na efa NDC ni bi ho no ye di no sonko asem bia ebekọ ayefa no MPP ni ho no ye di ni sonko e wo sa tentenie de ye hwemra no so ne di adwuma nwanwa jaja onu ko ball eye Idi Amin na asem kam se Idi Amin de o se fa ahodie de a o de kasa no betimi de ma na fa ahodie a obenya o kasa de chi no ade de ontimi fa ma na judge o di we se hu enkomo ne kasa yemu ene judge ama yabona baso ye ne ko high court teneni aba no untumi asemi utumi se o tan bi akire nipa bi no mu piepia ne ma no. Yes, you may not like one to me, but I'm running a mra. It will be a said one number of council on any concession. Now, Obia on Yakako fan say, oh, now, Ube too good, be also. Say any pano, your fan say, Ube dia dance krumu, now the tear wound to me. Wono, Eben Wako, one kaunye. No teacher inside the wound to Yakako. Now, Obia, what time you got your 90 million? No, yes, won't go. Ni ono na nya ne krata wonam kwan personal court kra kan so nya ne krata no yesi ngono nko da fiase 20 years na ne wafa ye 90 million no a o dwane free chrome ha a fe no abasansa na aban na aba no yeso ono nko ene Ghana ha okasa na sa nya aban da ne ababechewo okasa na aban ni nyiho ne ababechewo na ye ka obi a wa benefit from free speech what can the kasa bo eda na koma so get President Mahama and sembe na President Mahama kwa wan kan for no ne apani na nadanko akufo ho o se na nadanko akufo ado ko ye kromfo na busuanfo wie sika ba no we na okay and sembe na mini on mo NDC po manka and sembe no man kan for judiciary ho and sembe pa no manka edidi atem fitai enkomodie boni if there is any party are benefiting from free speech expressing view so we can someone wa kuma so it is the NDC and President Mahama so why then now by ne yes ya branch bi Godfred Ansu Damwa yakwa akwache no ade ya video a ba ya na President Mahama ne national security coordinator na mo no ma yeti say President Mahama enum na o kan bi 150 million bi abrantie say ne na fom tum ne fi hinfa na eba no yakwa akwache no because of that yakwa akwache no the President Mahama ti senka wo ba aban mu ana o ka che Ghana for say me ba ma ba chichi nkofo say ntu bi senka beto ba na ma President Mahama wo ba aban mu no ana nka wo share bo say wo nam fofo om ye NDC fo a omu gina court anu a atentiniye ye di o masam me ba me ma attorney general ayiyo mo apepa o mo ho amomakwa nti ka fi se Ghana fo beto ba ma ada no anye no campaign promise because I come here ko say e ya de hu hia wo ye pa because anya ba ko nya mienu nya miensa e ka ko be nsia na say e ya wa won ko fo no wa bo pobi say wo ba no wa be yiyo ada na one country Ghana for say is part of your campaign promise say wo ba unkofo a omugina atentini animu no ubegya omo wako ade mebi adu no miseye nya yen so nkasa na ne ya me ya ne say tumi a ye de ma President Mahama no overwhelming massive endorsement and the parliament obi anya endorsement massive say bi da eno na edidi akọ NDC any President Mahama His Excellency mutrim eyo mo se Ghana se aya towa ma omo sansa ni ombe ye bia no bia nkasa edien chinchim yemiam na kesi den na branch ono ne NDC ni NDC communicator etimi call live TV so e se fe no list wo na najiman e ko kase former IGP okum nipa o police headquarters video no ho munya mo hu bi o se former IGP kum nipa e bon ko for firing squad kum nipa e o police headquarters yanche no o kan ya kan se papa ya o hwe small arms so yi ono na distribute arms e de maboko amom kokon tokwa e besi ne oda so na mo obi amfa ne sanka no abrantia we ne hutiri ho pesa okohunahuna ayarefo ewo rage in fact a prime minister no kwa set up committee so onko so cross onko apanso anko obi okuta video na wakohunahuna ayarefo say such a criminal offense onam hon mo bi no oyen bibia tigana ne selective justice ne komana ani yekomana abusa fo mesem ba bia adu no yan kan yanu ntum the new patriotic party nyame yaduma next week Thursday on the 6th ye si montin so ye tintesi kokwa akira ben say our democracy is under attack, our democracy is under siege, we are in dangerous times. Adinja say enei saban e kan sa yes say say anye abaye obi bia ene chema wontumi yeso okwa appeal me ne nsem a yeri ayi maame kwaku vite e de convict no dwo ho wonti ase yen trase enkan kasa bon hyeyem nyame ya domo a on the 6th of August next week Thursday ye beti ye ho gumo.
Well, so that was the national organizer of the New Patriotic Party, Henry Nana Boakye, popularly known as Nana B. It's been a very tall list of things that the NPP says President John Dramani Mahama and his government are doing against justice in Ghana. And so at the end of it all, he says on the 6th of August, they are getting onto the streets in a protest, a demonstration. They say our democracy is under attack. They say if Sedina Tamakla Tionu has been acquitted and discharged, they too are demanding for the acquittal, discharge and release of their Ashanti Regional Chair, Bernard Nchibo-Isiako, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, in the case of the Summer Boy mine concession. Well, so that's the NPP. 6th August, would all turn attention to the New Patriotic Party on this democracy is under attack demonstration that they will be embarking on. We'll take a break. When we return, we'll now turn attention to the UK, where Party in the Park, Shattafest UK, was supposed to happen, but an unfortunate incident occurred, leading to the cancellation of this program. Stay with us after the break.
Every great artist starts with one listener. Every hidden talent deserves a stage. Welcome to The Plug, the show where underground artists becomes tomorrow's stars. Send in your song request, discover fresh music, and be the first to hear the next big sound before the world does. Real artists, new music, new vibes. The Plug, your playlist, your platform. The Plug, your connection to the hotter sounds.
The culture never chills, and neither do we. Viral moments, breaking stories, new drops, exclusive interviews, spotlight artists shaping the sound right now, and our African Star of the Week taking over timelines. Then it's straight to the top 10, the songs running the streets, owning your playlist and living rent-free in your head. No skips, just hits, pure vibes. This is The Rundown, your ultimate destination for everything entertainment.
Greater Works 2026. Speaking, Pastor Matthew Ashimolowo, Bishop Tudor Bismarck, Bishop Mike Okonko, Pastor Paul Adefarasin, and our conference host, Pastor Mensa Otabil. Date, Monday the 3rd of August to Friday the 7th of August 2026. Morning sessions, Tuesday to Friday. Time, 9 a.m. Evening sessions, Monday to Friday. Time, 5 p.m. each night. Venue, ICGC Christ Temple East. Special song ministrations by Joe Metal, Once More 6, Nathaniel Bassi, Dunsin Oyekan. For more details, visit gwcentral.org. Greater Works 2026. It's coming down.
welcome back. You're still watching ABC in the morning live here on ABC News GH. We'll turn our attention to the UK, where the annual event Ghana Party in the Park was supposed to happen over the weekend and headlined to perform at the program Shattafest Dance Hall Artist, celebrated dance hall artist in the country. So a program everybody knew as Shattafest. Unfortunately, the program did not come on. One that a lot of people were anticipating, were looking forward to having fun during the summer, enjoy themselves. An issue of overcrowding, an issue of too many people wanting to get into the event space caused the situation to overwhelm the organizers. And so the program was halted, not to come on. Well, this is a statement from the Ghana Party in the Park team, where they say, official statement from the Ghana Party in the Park. Yesterday was one of the most difficult days in the history of Ghana Party in the Park. First and foremost, our thoughts are with everyone who was distressed or otherwise affected by the events that took place. Seeing members of our community impacted in this way has been deeply upsetting. We sincerely apologize and are out to everyone involved. Full and speedy recovery and extend our support to their families, friends and loved ones. We are also aware of inaccurate information circulating on social media. We can confirm that there were no stabbing incidents at the festival and no fatalities occurred. Any reports suggesting otherwise are false and do not reflect the facts as they are currently known. Earlier in the day, a fire involving a vendor required a temporary pause to the festival while the London Fire Brigade Emergency Services and our event safety teams responded. Once the incident had been addressed and the affected area declared safe, normal event operations resumed. Later in the day, a crowd surge at the festival entrance resulted in several attendees sustaining injuries. Emergency services responded immediately, including the Metropolitan Police, London Ambulance Service, London Fire Brigade, and the Air Ambulance. Following discussions with the emergency services and our events management, the difficult decision was taken to bring the festival to an early close in the interest of public safety. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to the Metropolitan Police, London Fire Brigade, London Ambulance Service, the Air Ambulance, our security teams, medical personnel, volunteers, and all those who worked tirelessly to respond quickly and professionally throughout the incident. The health, safety, and welfare of everyone attending Ghana Party in the Park has always been and will always remain our highest priority. For more than 20 years, Ghana Party in the Park has celebrated Ghanaian culture, music, and community with thousands of people in a safe and positive environment. This year's event was in conjunction with Shattafest. We committed from this incident and will continue to work closely with the relevant authorities as they establish the full circumstances surrounding what occurred. We remain committed to keeping our community informed and will provide further updates when appropriate. And this is the Ghana Party in the Park team. Unfortunately, Ghana Party in the Park Shattafest did not happen, but there's been a lot of backlash to the team, both the Party in the Park team and the Shattafest team. That did you not adequately prepare for the numbers? Knowing the kind of numbers Shattawale as an artist, as a showrunner commands, wouldn't you have anticipated that there would be a surge in numbers? Did you oversell tickets for which these concerns arose? We had looked forward to speaking with an entertainment journalist on this matter to peruse it better. Unfortunately, we have not been able to establish contact at the moment. Let me open the phone lines and listen to you when you call 024-725-7224, 024-725-7224. You can call and share your thoughts with us. NPP says it will be staging a demonstration on August 6th. They call the demonstration Democracy under attack demonstration. You can call and share your thoughts with me on that matter. When we also get in touch with the entertainment journalists, we're looking forward to speaking with Kofi Che. We will bring you that conversation. But call me and let me hear what you have to say on the conversations we are having. Facebook, have a comment. Teacher Kudjo Tepenyi Lesusu. Let me read that comment, but let me hear from you. 024-725-7224. 024-725-7224. You can call and share your thoughts with me. Let's appreciate what you also make on the conversations we've been having here today on ABC in the morning. 024-725-7224. Teacher Kudjo Tepenyi Lesusu says, the NDC government is setting a dangerous precedent. I believe acquittal and discharge form part of what the government calls its reset agenda. I am concerned that the justice system may be perceived as treating members of the NDC and the NPP differently, with prominent NPP figures facing increased legal action, while NDC members appear to benefit from more favorable outcomes. There are also perceptions that individuals from the Ashanti region are being disproportionately affected. And he sends greetings to Dr. Baumia Santaman Koka, JFK, and Nanabi. Thank you, Teacher Kudjo Tepenyi Lesusu. Let me go on to the line. Hello, Eliasu.
Good morning.
Good morning, Eliasu. Now, what to say?
Because they say because President Mama was and all the power. And the next month, you ever sign against the Muhammad. That's the day. Up to now, we are the student of the so, you have been no be able to do this. The more president said, Nanabo, I clean fiat, Nanino, no new pastor, it's the president, Bacho, Takasmi, for the mother, because Omo, and not young Joe, the young Panama was on. Oh, yeah, and study Senate after the money, they have repaired. Oh, the Nanadu, the Papaji, the group. Nanadu and the one you now, who would let Obi Capra, Obi Capra, and then Oya Popo, Oya Yame, Yami to Bye-bye.
All right, Elias, we thank you for calling and sharing your thoughts with me. Let me hear from you too. 024-725-7224. 024-725-7224. You can share your thoughts with me on the conversations. NPP says it will be embarking on a demonstration on August 6th. They say our democracy is under attack. Really, is our democracy under attack? You can call and share your thoughts with me. Let me hear from you. 024-725-7224. But let me also remind you that from Wednesday, August 5, 2026, ABC in the morning will transition to ABC Hotspot and will come your way from 10:30 a.m. to 12 noon here on ABC News GH. You'll still get the same breaking news, compelling interviews, and stories that are shaping Ghana and beyond. And so please take note of this new change, in programming. We bring you ABC Hotspot from 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. will now have a new program. That program is the AM Club. The AM Club will come your way 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. every morning, every weekday. You tune into ABC News GH and will bring you entertainment, lifestyle, everything. You stay informed, you stay entertained, you stay educated with AM Club here on ABC News GH. 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. each morning on the weekdays. And so now from 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. will come your way with ABC Hotspot. You don't want to miss out on that at all. And so I look forward to having you come along with me to 10:30 a.m. Let's have great conversations here on ABC News GH. And so when you tune in your TV and you don't see me at 7 a.m., please, I'm not lost. You find me at 10:30 a.m. 7 a.m. You should join Mario Mensah at 7 a.m. with AM Club. Promises to be riveting, promises to be amazing, promises to be engaging, interactive, entertaining, informing, educative. You don't want to miss out on that at all. We have so many programs for you here on ABC News GH. Do I have a caller on the line? 024-725-7224. 024-725-7224. And so I remind you again, 10:30 a.m. we bring you ABC Hotspots. All of them for conversations, all of the breaking news, all of the very informative, engaging, enriching conversations you would find. You should tune in here, ABC News GH, 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. where we bring you all of the conversation. But I want to say a big thank you to you, my viewers. A very big thank you to you. That for the past 2 years, you have been with me here on ABC in the morning, bringing you all the conversations that matter. Every morning you join me, you call, you send me your messages, and we have a great show. I can't say thank you enough that you have gone with me on this journey on ABC in the morning. A big, big thank you to you, my viewers. Thank you to you, my texters. Thank you to you, my callers. I am most grateful. I can't say thank you enough. You give me reason to sit here every morning, to bring you the news, to bring you all the stories that are breaking, all the stories that matter. You call, you give me your opinion, you share your thoughts with me. I can't thank you enough. And so thank you for being family for the past 2 years. Thank you for being amazing listeners for the past 2 years. Thank you for being amazing texters for the past few years, 2 years. Thank you for being amazing viewers for the past 2 years. It's been great listening to you when you call. It's been great hearing your feedback on air and even off air. Most grateful to you for joining me on ABC in the morning. It's been a great ride, hasn't it? It really has been a great ride on ABC in the morning, and I can't say thank you enough. After saying thank you to my viewers, I should say a big thank you to the production and technical team. My producers that have come and gone, Ohemi Amponsa, Samuel Nyimabo, was grateful to you. My colleagues that have joined me on ABC in the morning, has been quite a ride. I would have loved to mention your names, but it would be a tall list of names that I won't be able to finish mentioning. But production, technical, putting together the content, bringing you all the stories that matter. Most grateful to you. It's been great learning from you guys. It's been great putting our heads together. It's just been great. I thank you so much. Being on the morning show has been great learning. It's been a great learning curve. It's also been very, very enriching. And also a big thank you to my guests, all the guests that have passed through ABC in the morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. As we bring a close to this ABC in the morning chapter and transition to ABC Hotspot, I say thank you. And it's my earnest prayer that everything that we have achieved here becomes a blessing for you in your individual lives. Most grateful to you. I can't thank you enough that you have joined me. Everything in the morning has been amazing. 2 years of it, extremely amazing, and I thank you. And I thank you. I can't seem to finish saying thank you. It's because from the very depths of my heart, I am most grateful that I was able to come into your homes every morning to bring you the stories that matter, to bring you the conversations that matter, and to have you come along with me. We also have a new show here on ABC News GH. On Fridays, we have DJs in the house. It's called The Plug. You call, you request music For your loved ones, we play for you. DJs are on rotation. You're discovering the hottest underground artists. Just join us here at ABC News GH every Friday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. You know, when the day is coming to a close, you just join us and just call, request a song. We'll have, it's a program for really the artists that are coming up. This is a program for you. Pass through, come and introduce us to your music with all of the exclusive DJ mixes that will bring you, the live sessions with DJs that will bring. We started on Friday. It was a great one, wasn't it? And so join us every Friday, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. as we bring you the plug and you enjoy all that we have for you on the show. You don't want to miss out on it at all. I remind you that today, 12:30 p.m., the sports team will come your way with Game Time. You don't want to miss out on it at all. Nana K and Dennis will bring you all that is happening in the world of sports. Again, before I go, from Wednesday, you should be looking for it, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. on your screens. What program is it? The AM Club is going to be entertaining, informative. It's going to be educative. Everything that your morning should be. And from 10:30 to 10:30 a.m. to 12 p.m. will come your way with ABC Hotspot. All the conversations that matter. You don't want to miss out on that at all. Again, thank you for joining me this morning. I was grateful to you, to the production and technical team for putting together today's show. There's no ABC in the morning without you. For more news, you should visit our website, www.abcnewsgh.com. Also interact with us via our socials at abcnewsgh_. I am ABENA Mante. I wish you the very best of your Monday. Make the most of it. Keep your head up. Keep hope and faith alive. And do not relent in your pursuit of happiness.